Alrighty, what is up everybody? It is your boy Farai. Thank you once again for tuning into another video, man. So today I'm going to be showing you how to master your rap vocals within FL Studio, and today's technique, we're going to be focusing on using sends, effect sends, auxiliary sends, whatever you've come across as the name, to enhance our vocal mixing. So first off, I'll just give you a brief overview of why it is important to use sends to enhance your vocal mixes. The first thing you'd obviously do on your mixes is use your toning and that kind of thing. I've got a full breakdown of this mix right here where I use these wave plugins. We won't be focusing on that today, but we're going to be focusing on using flanges, reverbs and that kind of thing to really add space and depth to your mix. So if you feel that your mixes are a bit two-dimensional, then this technique will definitely be for you. So what we'll be doing in this video is I will be guiding you through what I've done already, and then we can set up another send to do some more cool stuff within this track. So if you're into that, make sure to stay tuned, make sure to smash that like button as well as to subscribe if you're not. Shout out to Notification Squad. Tell me what your favorite effect sends are to use, and if you have any questions, post them below and I'll get to them. Let's get it. Alright, so first things first, man, we'll take a quick listen to the track and then we will break down what we have. I just want to give you an idea of what we're working with, and then we will get going. So let's get it.
I keep a cat, these demons keep watching on me. Why they keep watching on me? Put racks in my jeans, I might just pull up and fuck up the scene. Pull up and fuck up the scene. Tony Hawk, I keep it 900. A smile on the face, but I know she frontin'. Switchblade, now I ain't running. Smoking on blunts, I'm way too blunted. Way too late, don't wanna talk. Been on my grind like Tony Hawk. Can't see you now, you in the dark. Can't break my heart, I got a lock. That boy's a op, he just gon' talk. I was so broke, I used to walk. Now I do not care what it costs. Gucci, Louis, buy it all. Okay, hold up, need a freezer for.
Alright, so that should give you an idea of what's going on. You saw right there I had a bit of flanger going on in the background, I had a bit of delay going on in the background and that kind of thing. So the first thing we'll be doing is breaking down the different types of traditional effects that I've learned to use over the years. So, oh yeah, my bad. Firstly, let us run through how we actually set up sends. So you can see, right, I want you to go and get my course if this is a bit too complicated for you, because I break it down in a lot more detail. But we have our main vocals going through this vocal chain channel, okay? This is a fact because if I mute it, you won't hear the main vocal. You'll just hear all the other vocals. Alrighty, I don't know where that baby effect is coming from. I've lost it in the session. It's such an old song. But nonetheless, man, you see when I mute it, there's no main vocal, right? So that is proof that if I send this channel towards other channels, I can duplicate it, right? So for example, if I just duplicated it to this random dry channel, you're gonna hear my vocal doubled up, right?
Yeah, these demons keep watching on me. Why they keep watching on me? Put racks in my jeans, I might just.
Alright, so that's pretty much what we're doing with the effect send, but instead with an effect send, what we're doing is adding an effect to that blank channel that I just sent to. So you can see that I've got this vocal chain channel, I send it towards all of these channels, okay, and then we can then have a duplicate of that main vocal, except this time with reverb on it. I hope that makes sense to you. There's no other way to explain it. It's basically a duplicate of any given track, okay, but with reverb on it, but with flanger on it. Whatever we'd like to add, we can add onto it. So the traditional ideas of what we can do with sends, we can add a reverb. Usually that's generally what we do with vocals. We add a nice reverb, a classic reverb. We can add delay and what we call delay throws. So especially when you've got the automation kicking in. So you can see right there I've set up an automation clip, right, if you want me to do a video on automation clips. But as you can see, just pay attention to this track right here and you'll see it comes in and out, right? Let's just make the mixer smaller so you can actually see it happen. So pay attention to that moment right there, but on the mix as well.
Yeah, these demons keep watching on me. Why they keep watching on me? Put racks in my jeans, but I know she frontin'. Switchblade, now I ain't running. Smoking on blunts, I'm way too blunted. Way too late, don't wanna talk.
You know what I mean? So I can have my delay throws, I can have my flanger that's going to give the vocal a bit more space, and I can have a bit of parallel compression that we can use to really beef up our vocal. So we can do really anything we want, man. I mean, I could add a crazy mega delay, which we will do right now. So now that you kind of understand the basics of what we can do with sends, right, we're using it to enhance our mix, we're using it to beef up our mix in any way that we want. There's no real answer to, oh, I need to always have a reverb or I need to always have a delay. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. That's the beauty of it, okay? So what we're doing right now is setting up our own one. So let me go to a section of the song that I thought would be pretty cool to add some stuff, right? If I had more time with this mix, I would do it, and we do today, so let's do it. This is kind of this chanting part, this kind of sing-song part. I think it's just these 4 bars right here. So we'll just take a listen to it.
Today is Friday. the club, cause I don't give a fuck. Boy, I need the cash, I cannot get enough. Calling on the phone.
Alrighty, so there you go. We kind of got some swear words in there. If you want to quickly learn how to mute out swear words, let's do this real quick.
Go to the club, cause I don't give a fuck.
I'm just gonna mute that right there. We'll just do that. Boom.
Cause I don't give a fuck.
We gotta mute out all of that as well. And what I'm doing right there is just, as you can see in the top right corner, I'm holding an Alt and Shift, and then I am left clicking. Or T. Man, go watch my shortcuts video.
Cause I don't give a fuck. Boy, I need the cash.
Nice and YouTube ad friendly. Okay, so let's get back to sends, man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a free track right here. I'm just gonna insert one, and then we will then use this track to pretty much create a send. So I've got my main vocal right here. You can see I've highlighted it, and what I'm gonna do is, right, I want to use this Clear Mountains delay. My demo is expiring today, so we might as well have some fun with it. So I want to use this plugin to create cool effects, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight the track I want to send to a new channel, and I know where my destination is. I'm gonna left click to send it there, and we're just gonna, you know, by default it would look like that. Obviously I've tested this before doing the video, but we click that, and then boom, we've got the send going, right? But now we want to automate it, because I don't want it to be on the whole time, because if it was on the whole time, it'll just completely take over the track, right? So I want to bring it in, and I also want to control the amount that I'm sending to this crazy delay device, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it all the way down to 0%, right? Meaning there's no amount of the signal being sent, right? But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to create automation clip, okay? So I'm going to say that again. I'm going to click on the given track I want to send my vocal to, or my beat, or whatever. Right click, create automation clip. Boom. Now I create automation clip, and it should pop up right here. It'll pop up anywhere in FL Studio, but you know, I've gotten kind of used to how this algorithm works, I guess. So now that we have our automation clip, right, I need to make it do something, okay? So I know that I want it to pop up on this kind of chant part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the first word. Won't go to the club is fine. I'm going to right click, okay? Now a lot of people say they have trouble with automation clips. This is where you can control your automation clips, okay? Right here on this two little line thing, focus automation clips. And you want to make sure these two are unchecked, okay? That's just the way I like to work with automation clips. And from there on out, I can easily manipulate stuff. So I'm going to go and right click, and that's going to create a new point, okay? Right click to create a new point. And then if you zoom in too much, you're going to be able to create automation points on any point of the track, which is not really a good idea if you're doing hip-hop, because you want your stuff to be kind of on grid, okay? So I'm gonna do that. You know, make sure your beat is synced, basically, man. This is a bit of rocket science, but once you get used to it, you know what I mean? It's the start of bar 25. Just, you know, get with the program. Okay, so now that I have where are we? Okay, so I'll start again. Right click to create a point, right? So now I want to create, let's just say I want about 30%, I would say is a nice starting point. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this value, and I'm gonna go all the way to the end for now, okay? And then I'm going to go back to 0. So now when we watch what's happening on our mixer side, let's just make this small again, we can see that this vocal will be sent to their 30%, right? So let's press play.
It's Friday, I won't go to the club, cause I don't give a boy, I need the cash, I cannot get enough.
So we can see 30% is happening. I want it to be more, so let's go even more. Let's go like 60% and see what happens. So for the sake of it, I'll just copy paste that value right there, and then just take a listen.
It's Friday, I won't go to the club, cause I don't give a boy, I need the cash, I cannot get enough.
You know what I mean? So there you go. That sounds pretty cool. The delay could be cooler. Maybe let's do some.
It's Friday, I won't go to the club, cause I don't give a boy, I need the cash, I cannot get enough. Hello, but I don't wanna.
And I don't know. I've deleted a clip here, so I better save this as a second value because I quite like this song. I don't know what happens to the audio there, man. I messed it up somewhere along the line. But nonetheless, you get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. You know, we can even do even crazier stuff. We could add a crazy point right here. You know what I mean? So at the end of the track, it gets even louder.
Boy, I need the cash, I cannot get enough. Hello, but I don't wanna hear it. I can see straight through your lies.
You know what I mean? It works well at the end of points. You also want your songs to be synchronized. That's a whole nother video, man. Synchronizing your beats. You know, you want your stuff to be synchronized. But nonetheless, man, you get what I'm saying. So, you know, let's listen to this one.
Hear it, I can see straight through your lies. I keep forgetting, these demons keep watching.
Nonetheless, man, I hope you learned something quick and sweet, man. Make sure to like and subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. You know, by now, man, everyone that's been subbed to the channel for a while should be able to keep up with what we are doing. Okay, if you're new to the channel, then please go watch some of my older videos so that you can catch up. Step your game up, alright, man. You know, the YouTube tutorial game in terms of vocals for studio looking a bit weak, man. So I know a lot of you guys are starved for information. You know, come, Uncle Farai got you, alright. I got the good info for you, man. Yeah, check out my web store as well if you're interested in purchasing yourself a template, as well as getting my vocal recording course. Get up to speed, alright. But until next time, man, I'll check you out. Peace out.